Hello, brave soldiers of the English language. Welcome to what can only be described as the final boss battle of your academic journey, the IELTS exam. I'm Jojo, your fellow warrior in this fight, and my brain is currently 98% complex vocabulary and 2% pure, unfiltered terror.
And I'm Lily, here to remind our brave warrior that it's just a test, not a fire-breathing dragon. Welcome, everyone, to the English Episode channel. Jojo, seriously, you look like you're about to try and defuse a very complicated bomb.
Lily, this is a bomb, and it has 4 different wires. The IELTS isn't just one test, it's a 4-headed hydra. First, you have the listening test, where people with strange accents talk at the speed of light and you have to catch tiny details. Then, you face the reading test, with academic articles so long and dense that by the end, you forget how to read. After that, the writing test, where they expect you to write 2 university-level essays in 60 minutes. And finally, the scariest part, the speaking test. You're in a tiny room with a real-life human who just stares at you, judging your every word, your every your every ah. It's a nightmare.
Okay. Deep breaths. I know it sounds incredibly intimidating, and your description is vivid, but that's exactly why we're here today. The IELTS isn't a monster you need to fear, it's a game you need to learn how to play. And every game has rules, strategies, and secret cheat codes.
A game? It feels more like a punishment for every grammar mistake I've ever made in my life. And what's the deal with the band scores? Band 6, Band 7, Band 9. It sounds like we're competing in a musical talent show. Do I need to learn to play the guitar to get a good score? Because I can learn.
No musical instruments are required, thankfully. But just like a game, each of the 4 sections of the IELTS has specific tips, tricks, and strategies that can dramatically boost your score. There are techniques to predict answers in the listening test, time management hacks for the reading test, powerful templates for the writing tasks, and confidence-boosting phrases for the speaking test. Today, we are going to be your personal coaches. We're going to give you a complete survival guide to conquer all 4 sections.
A survival guide? With actual tips that work and cheat codes? Yes, please, sign me up. I need all the help I can get. My future depends on this.
Then you're in the right place. And to everyone watching who is preparing for this big test, you are too. So grab your notebooks, take a deep breath, and let's get you ready to ace that IELTS exam. Let's start with the first beast, the listening test.
Listening. The part where you have 30 minutes to prove you can understand a conversation, a monologue, a university lecture, and a phone call all at the same time without ever being able to hit rewind. It's pure chaos.
It feels chaotic, but it's actually very structured. There are 4 sections and they get progressively harder, but there are strategies. Pro tip number 1, use the pause to predict. Before each section begins, you get a short amount of time to read the questions. This is gold. Do not just sit there nervously. Use this time to read the questions for the upcoming section, underline the keywords, and try to predict what kind of information you need to listen for. Is it a name, a number, a date, or a specific place?
So, it's like being a detective. I'm looking for clues before the evidence is even presented. So if the question is, the new library will be built on blank street, I should be listening specifically for a street name.
Exactly. You've already narrowed your focus. Pro tip number 2, beware of distractors. The IELTS is sneaky. It loves to try and trick you. The speaker might say one thing and then correct themselves. For example, they might say, "So the meeting is on Wednesday. Oh wait, no, Wednesday is booked. Let's make it Thursday." A beginner might write down Wednesday, but the correct answer is Thursday. The test is checking if you're listening to the final answer.
So they give you the wrong answer on purpose first, just to see if you're paying attention. That's just mean.
It's a test of careful listening. Pro tip number 3, don't panic if you miss one. This is so important. If you miss an answer, just let it go. Forget about it and focus on the next question. If you spend time worrying about the one you missed, you'll end up missing the next 2 or 3 questions as well. It's a domino effect. You can always go back and guess at the end if you have to.
That's good advice. My instinct is to panic, and then I just hear blah, blah, blah for the next minute. What about spelling?
Pro tip number 4, spelling and plurals are your worst enemies. At the end of the listening section, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. A simple spelling mistake will mark your answer as wrong, even if you heard the word correctly. If the answer is library and you write library, it's wrong. If the answer is students, plural, and you write student, singular, it's wrong. Be incredibly careful during those final 10 minutes.
The pressure. So even if I survive the listening part, the spelling can take me down. This is an intense start. Okay, I'm feeling a little more prepared for the listening hydra. I hope our viewers are too. If these tips have already given you a bit of hope for your listening test, do us a huge favor and hit that like button.
It really helps our channel and let us know we're on the right track. And if you want to get a complete guide for all 4 IELTS sections, make sure you're subscribed to the English episode channel. We're here to help you succeed. Now, let us know in the comments, what is the most difficult part of the IELTS listening test for you? Is it the speed, the accents, or the spelling?
Okay, next up is the reading test. This is where they give you 3 gigantic, soul-crushingly boring articles about things like the migratory patterns of Arctic snails or the history of concrete, and you have 60 minutes to answer 40 questions. I always run out of time.
Running out of time is the number 1 problem for students in the reading test, and that's because they make the number 1 mistake. They try to read the entire passage from start to finish.
Wait, you're not supposed to read the reading passage? Is this another one of those polite English codes where reading actually means sleeping?
Not quite, but you should not read it in detail. This brings us to reading hack number 1. You are a detective, not a reader. Your job is to find answers, not to enjoy a good story. To do this, you need 2 skills: skimming and scanning.
Skimming and scanning? They sound like photocopying techniques.
Close enough. Skimming is when you read very quickly to get the general idea or gist of a passage. You read the title, the first sentence of each paragraph, and the concluding paragraph. This gives you a mental map of the text. Scanning is when you're looking for a specific piece of information, a name, a date, a number, a keyword from the question. Your eyes move quickly over the text, ignoring everything else until you find what you're looking for.
So I should read the questions first.
Yes, that's reading hack number 2. Go to the questions first. Read the first set of questions, understand what they're asking, and then go to the passage and scan for the answers. This way you're reading with a purpose. You're not just reading blindly.
That makes so much sense. I've been doing it all wrong. I read the whole boring article, then I go to the questions, and I've already forgotten everything. But what about those horrible true, false, not given questions? They are my personal nightmare.
The classic TFNG. This is reading hack number 3. Understand the difference between false and not given. True is easy. The information is directly stated in the text. False means the text says the opposite of the statement. The text directly contradicts it. Not given is the tricky one. It means the information is not there. You cannot find anything in the text to prove or disprove the statement.
So if the passage says the car was blue and the question says the car was red, the answer is false. But if the question says the car was fast and the passage doesn't mention its speed at all, it's not given.
You've got it. Don't use your own knowledge or make assumptions. If the text doesn't say it, it's not given. Students waste so much time looking for information that isn't there.
My mind is blown. This is a game changer. I feel like I could save 10 minutes just without one tip. This is incredibly helpful. Friends watching, if you've also been a victim of the true, false, not given trap, smash that like button. Let's show our solidarity.
Your support really means a lot to us. And if you know someone else who is stressing out about the IELTS, share this video with them. Let's help everyone get the score they need. And if you want more deep dives into specific question types, make sure you subscribe.
Okay, now we enter the most feared room in the IELTS castle, the writing test. Task 1, describe a chart that looks like a modern art masterpiece. Task 2, write an essay on a topic like, is technology good or bad for society? And you have only 60 minutes. My hand starts cramping just thinking about it.
The key to the writing test is structure and time management. This is not about being a creative writer. It's about following a formula. Writing hack number 1, 20/40 is the magic number. Spend no more than 20 minutes on task 1 and save a full 40 minutes for task 2. Why? Because task 2 is worth twice as many points.
I did not know that. I've been spending 30 minutes on the chart because it's so confusing.
A very common mistake. Let's break down task 1, academic. You need to describe a graph, chart, map, or process. Writing hack number 2, the 4-paragraph template is your best friend. Paragraph 1, the introduction. Don't copy the question. Paraphrase it using synonyms. If it says, the graph shows, you write, the line graph illustrates. Paragraph 2, the overview. This is the most important paragraph. Describe the main trend or the most noticeable feature in 1 to 2 sentences. Don't give any specific numbers here. For example, overall, the sales of product A increased significantly while the sales of product B declined. Paragraphs 3 and 4, the details. Now you can give the specific data. Group the information logically. For example, describe the trend for product A in one paragraph and product B in the other. Use the magic vocabulary.
Magic vocabulary? What kind of wizardry is this?
Laughs. It's the vocabulary of change and comparison. Instead of just saying went up, use words like increased, rose, rocketed, soared. Instead of went down, use decreased, dropped, plummeted, declined. For no change, use remained stable or leveled off. Using this vocabulary shows the examiner you have a strong command of English.
This is a literal cheat code, a template and magic words. Now, what about the beast that is task 2, the essay?
Task 2 also has a template. Writing hack number 3, the classic 4-paragraph essay structure. Paragraph 1, introduction. Start with a general statement about the topic, a hook. Then paraphrase the question. Finally, state your opinion clearly in a thesis statement. For example, in my view, the benefits of this trend far outweigh the drawbacks. Paragraph 2, body paragraph 1. Start with a clear topic sentence that presents your first main idea. Then, explain it. Then, give a specific example to support it. Paragraph 2, body paragraph 2. Do the same thing again with your second main idea. Topic sentence, explanation, example. Paragraph 3, conclusion. Don't introduce any new ideas. Simply paraphrase your thesis statement from the introduction and summarize your 2 main points.
So it's just a formula. I don't need to be Shakespeare. I just need to follow the recipe. Introduction, point 1, point 2, conclusion.
That's it. And writing hack number 4, use linking words. Connect your ideas smoothly with words and phrases like furthermore, in addition, on the other hand, in contrast. To conclude, this makes your essay coherent and easy to read, which gets you a higher score for cohesion and coherence.
Lily, this is revolutionary. You've turned the scariest part of the test into a simple fill-in-the-blanks exercise. I feel like I could actually do this now. This is a moment of pure joy. Viewers, if you're also feeling a wave of relief about the writing test, please show your joy by hitting that like button.
We love seeing that you're finding this helpful. We put a lot of work into creating these guides for you. If this is helping, please consider subscribing to the English episode channel so you don't miss our future deep dive videos. And tell us in the comments, which writing task do you find more difficult, task 1 or task 2?
And now the final boss, the speaking test. The part that you can't prepare for with a template. It's just you, an examiner who looks like they've heard it all before, and a ticking clock. What do I do if my mind goes completely blank?
It happens to everyone, but again, there are strategies. Let's break it down. Part 1 is the warm-up. They'll ask you simple questions about yourself, your work, your studies, your hometown, your hobbies. Speaking tip number 1. Don't give one-word answers. If they ask, "Do you like sports?" Don't just say yes. Say, "Yes, I'm a huge fan of sports, especially football. I love the excitement of the game and playing with my friends on weekends." Extend your answers.
So give a little more detail. I can do that. But then comes part 2, the cue card. They give you a topic and you have to talk for 2 minutes straight. 2 minutes is an eternity when someone is staring at you.
It feels like it, but here's speaking tip number 2. Use your 1 minute of prep time wisely. They give you a minute to prepare. Don't try to write a script. Just jot down a few keywords for each point on the cue card. This will be your roadmap. And speaking tip number 3, the prep method. If you're stuck, think prep. P, point, make your main point. I'd like to talk about my grandfather. R, reason, give a reason. He's the person I admire most because he taught me the value of hard work. E, example, give an example. For instance, he worked 2 jobs to support his family, but never once complained. P, point, restate your point. And that's why my grandfather is the person I admire the most. Prep.
Point, reason, example, point. That's a great structure to have in my back pocket if I panic. What about part 3?
Part 3 is a discussion related to the topic in part 2. The questions become more abstract and academic. Speaking tip number 4. It's okay to think. If you need a moment to think, use a filler phrase. Don't just sit in silence. Say something like, "That's an interesting question. Let me think about that for a moment." Or, "Well, that's a complex issue. From one perspective." This makes you sound thoughtful, not lost.
So I can buy myself some time with a clever phrase. And my final question, Lily, what if I make a grammar mistake?
Speaking tip number 5. Fluency is more important than perfect accuracy. Don't stop and correct every little mistake. It breaks your fluency. The examiner is assessing your overall communication ability. It's better to keep talking smoothly with a few minor errors than to be a stuttering, self-correcting robot. Just keep going.
Don't stop, keep talking. I can do that, I think. This entire guide has been a lifesaver, Lily. You've taken this giant, scary monster and broken it down into small, manageable pieces.
That's the whole secret to the IELTS. It's not one big test. It's a series of small tasks, each with its own strategy. And now you have the strategies for all of them.
I feel so much better. Thank you, and thank you to everyone who stuck with us through this epic survival guide. If you feel more prepared to face the IELTS now, give this video a final triumphant like and share it with anyone you know who's in IELTS panic mode.
Your support is what keeps our channel going, and we are so grateful for it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We have so many more guides and lessons planned to help you on your English journey. We read every single comment, and your feedback helps us create better content for you.
And you will definitely want to be subscribed for our next video. We're going to do a deep dive into just one topic, IELTS Writing Task 2, How to Write a Band 9 Essay. We'll break down different essay types, show you more advanced vocabulary, and write a full essay from start to finish live. It's going to be an essential lesson for anyone aiming for a high score. Until then, keep practicing, stay calm, and remember, you can do this.
Good luck, everyone. You're going to ace it. Bye.